Hello everybody, Brad Johnson here. And of course, if you tuned into my last webcast here on the previous Friday at the time of this recording, you knew that I had a special surprise of a brand new service that I'm going to be offering everybody through wisdomtransmissions.com. And this brand new service is referred to as the Personal Transcendence Package. So I'm going to be talking a little bit more about that today, about this brand new service and how it is indeed probably the most powerful service I have ever offered out of any other previous service in the past. So what does the Personal Transcendence Package represent? Really what this is all about is through my 17 years of work that has spanned across 3 decades, involves me working together with you as your own appointed spiritual liaison to completely clear out physical ailments from your body, to completely clear out emotional turmoil from your body, to completely clear out traumas from your body, and to completely clear out karmic patterns from your body, which I will do for you. And the only process that needs to be done is once you purchase this, you just need to fill out a small online form through the members area when you go through what's known as your start day, which I'll talk about that in a few moments. But you're basically just filling out this online form and saying, yes, I'm giving Brad permission to do this, to help work with me, to be my own spiritual liaison. Okay. So what happens is if we don't have these permissions, nothing can be done for you. But if we do have these permissions where I'm working together with you, it's kind of like having a representative, a mediator, right? I'm not going to say an attorney or a lawyer because that's not accurate at all. But basically having a representative, a mediator, a liaison for you that's going to go in and help to work together with these particular matters: physical, emotional, mental on the trauma level, and karmic on the cosmic level, and completely expunging them all for you. Okay? So this is the only way that it can be done, right? Is going through the permission-based services, permission-based protocol here, through this service to help to completely expunge all of this. And what happens is this lasts a total of 30 days, right? So after 30 days, if you want to continue to do more work with me, you just stay on the subscription plan, because the Personal Transcendence Package is done through subscription, okay? So the subscription plan gives you complete and total access to me, where we basically do email correspondence, okay? So you're on a subscription for 30 days. Okay, and again, I am being your liaison. Okay, and as a liaison, I'm working with your body. So what that means is I'm doing a miniature body scan to see how your body is holding up. You can also provide me with feedback on certain areas within your life, whether it's something physical, whether it's something pertaining to family, whether it's something pertaining to career, whether it's something pertaining to finances, whatever it may be. You can give me personal feedback of certain areas that you want me to work on for you, okay? And that is also going to be a part of the process of expunging these particular issues that you're going through. So again, in the physical, in the emotional, in the mental, through traumas, okay, and karmic, which is cosmic, okay? So all of these areas I am working on your behalf to help clear them out completely. And like I said, you will have email correspondence with me. Usually what I would suggest is that a person can contact me through correspondence on a weekly basis. You know, I have some people that just kind of stay so quiet and they just let me do the work. But I'd say, well, no, try to keep up with me at least on a weekly basis. Now, you can even go beyond the weekly basis and you can even talk to me daily, okay? Because the people that are on this plan, I will make my priority with them, okay? So all of you who are a part of the Personal Transcendence Package, for those 30 days, you have me as your personal spiritual liaison for every single day that you need me, okay? So you get priority email support with the Personal Transcendence Package. So the whole goal here is to working with these 4 areas and cleaning them out And what you'll also find when you go into the members area, when you start your start day, which I'll get into here in just a moment, when you start your start day, you'll have information on the members area that will tell you about certain foods that you should be eating, okay? Because the entire science behind all of this, and this is something I've known for quite some time, but I've always kind of kept it hidden and kept it secret because I've tried to encourage people to heal themselves. But as we're getting into much more intense times here on the planet, I can see more and more apparently every single day that people do need much more of a helping hand. And as far as I know, I am the only person on the internet that is offering something like this to help you out, okay? But really what we're looking into, what makes this a success, is number one, we're putting charge into the body, okay? Charge or current, okay? That charge, that current, is life, force, energy. It is prana. It is kundalini. Okay? That is what's going through the body, which means there is an option that exists where, again, if you're familiar with my trauma transcendence technique, that's one of the easiest forms of techniques that we work with pertaining to a practice, where we're helping to clear out a lot of these traumas from our body, and it works very effectively. But there's another way, okay? And what I'm talking about here is the other way. The only reason why you have emotional turmoil, mental challenges, mental traumas, desires, and so forth is because the body is toxic, okay? When the body is toxic, it doesn't know how to work with the emotional centers as it's supposed to be. They become scattered. When that person does not have that state of emotional stability, traumas start to seep in, which means they start getting the wrong idea of things. They start misperceiving things. They start to move much more into victim consciousness. All of this comes together because of the shape and stature and energetic cohesion of the body. It basically becomes a landfill for toxicity. Too much mucus, too much acid, too much erosion in the body, erosion in the brain, erosion in the organs, erosion in the glands, erosion in the blood, erosion in the cells, right? Everything in the body starts to become eroded. So what we're doing here, what I'm offering you for this part, is we're working with the charge and current aspect of getting you well again, okay? The second part is what you find in the members area, and that is where we work together with mineralization, okay? We start to mineralize ourselves again. And this is where I will have recommendations for certain foods that you'll be getting and utilizing every single day, okay? So some of those things can be like moringa. Okay, you can find that on Amazon. Irish sea moss. Okay, you can start taking some herbs like bladderwrack. Okay, you start getting something like sarsaparilla. All of these particular forms, and there's going to be a large list of them as well too, as well as links to like Amazon and so forth, where you'll be able to get these and start utilizing them, okay? Why is this important? Because the more that you're mineralizing yourself, the more that the body is able to stabilize itself as an electrical circuit. This body is an electrical circuit. Although I use the term electricity, it's not really electricity, it is living current. Right? It's the life current of yourself. So as we start to mineralize our body, as we start eating well, right? And even if you're still having your old diet, you don't have to give up your old diet. But what I would suggest is that you're at least giving yourself 50% of this alkalinity into your daily routine. Give at least 50%, right? So if you have your meals, that's fine. But make a smoothie, make a tea, make a salad, okay? And just start incorporating that into your daily routine. And now you're starting to alkaline, you're starting to mineralize yourself, and the work I'm doing on you will stick, right? So again, this is over a 30-day period. And like I said, we can even go longer if you want to do extra months with the subscription as well too. So this again is what's helping you. I'm taking care of this part here with your charge, your current, working with life force energy, prana, and kundalini to help clearing a lot of that debris out of your system. This is where your part comes in. So I'm doing 50%, you're doing 50% by feeding yourself well, okay? And like I said, I'm not asking you to completely change your diet, to completely shift yourself out of what you're eating. You can still eat what you eat, but try to bring in at least that 50% threshold of alkaline, of mineralization into your body through that 30 days, because this is what's going to enable all of the life force energy current within yourself to stick. As it sticks, these traumas will be gone permanently. As it sticks, these emotional turmoils will start to balance itself out, where you have a completely streamlined emotional system. As it starts to stick, these karmic patterns now start to vanish, because I'm working with your higher levels. I'm working with cosmic law. I'm working with sentinels to basically go in and work together with you, helping to dissolve these patterns as you start to remineralize yourself, and as I'm taking care of working in charging you up, right? My job is to basically charge up your circuit. Your job is just to feed the circuit, okay? So have a smoothie once a day. Have a tea once a day. Have a small salad once a day that has that alkalinity. And then you're rolling. You're going to do extremely well, okay? So that is what I'm offering here through the personal Transcendence package. And again, I will be available to you through priority email support, being your spiritual liaison and saying, oh, Brad, this thing happened to me today. Okay, no problem. You don't have to say another word. You don't have to say another word to me. I will look it up. You just let me know exactly what's happened to you, when it's happened, what the situation is, very briefly. And it's okay, no problem. I will take care of it for you, okay? And I go in and I start working with the current, and now we start clearing that issue up. You can even go deeper and say, well, this is exactly what's happened to me relating to the first cause. This is what happened to me when I was a little kid. Okay, great. I'm going to go in for you and clean out all those traumas for you. I'm going to do it all for you. All I need you to do is this. I just want you to mineralize. So as long as you've given me your permissions through the form that I can do this, that I'm your spiritual liaison, I'm basically for hire, right? This is just me being for hire for you, being the spiritual liaison through the personal transcendence package. Now, what is the start day? Well, when I start launching this, there's definitely going to be quite a lot of people that are going to want to sign up for this, and I want to be able to accommodate as many people as I can. So there's going to be a short wait time based upon the amount of people that sign up, okay? Now, that wait time will not be long. You pretty much would only have to wait maybe about 7 days, approximately. If I'm working with, say, for example, like 100 people, I would probably say about a 7-day gap before we get things started, okay? So, like I said, there's going to be a lot of people signing up for this. So again, this is where the start day comes in. So what happens is after you purchase the package doesn't officially begin until your first start day, and the start day involves me working with you personally, okay? So I actually start working on the charge and the current for yourself on the first day. So I email you, I say, okay, I just went ahead and started your first day, but when you first purchase this, I would give you an email and I'll give you the date about when the start day happens. When that start day comes around, you'll be able to log into the members area. You'll be able to look at all the suggestions and instructions that are there, because they are really just a suggestion and instruction-based members area. And then through that first day, I'll be working on you. Once I'm finished, then I contact you and I let you know of everything that's taken place. And then throughout the span of 30 days, you can talk to me as often or as little as you want, but I would suggest just at least giving me weekly check-ins, okay? Wait 7 days if you need to, check in. Let me know how you're doing. Give it another 7 days, check in, okay? If you want to be much more frequent with me, you can be more frequent with me. Again, you're hiring me to be your spiritual liaison, okay? To work and cleaning out all of these emotional turmoils, all of this trauma, all of these karmic imprints and patterns once and for all, okay? It's really what I'm here to do, is I'm basically offering you this helping hand to be for hire as the spiritual liaison, to come in and to help give you the assistance that you need so that you now start living cleanly. You now feel what it's like to be without traumas. You now feel what it's like to have those karmic imprints. You now feel what it's like to having that emotional balance, and you want to savor that. You want to savor that as much as you can. And then I'm going to continue to help you throughout the 30 days or throughout the additional months for as long as you want me to work with you as a spiritual liaison through the subscription service, to continue to work with you and helping you to clean out all of the stuff, right? Like I said, I'll take care of this. I just need you to take care of this. Mineralize yourself, alkaline yourself, right? Because that is what is going to conduct all of that life force energy. That is what's going to conduct that kundalini. That is what is going to conduct that prana, that chi, that mana, that life force energy that flows through you, and it's going to stick. And now you'll start feeling yourself after 30 days. I feel incredible. I feel wonderful. I am offering this to anybody, okay? I don't care if you're unemployed. I don't care if you're running a multi-million-dollar company. I don't care what your status is, right? This is open to everybody. So this is the entirely new personal Transcendence package that is now available on wisdomtransmissions.com. Just go to the video description here of this video. You'll find the link there. Go ahead and click on that link and you can sign up. You'll find the pricing there. And basically, if you decide to do a second month with me or any additional months with me, it is half the price of the full price for the first month, okay? So you can check that out, go to the website, check out the link, and you can sign up and enroll there, and then I'll be contacting you within 24 hours and then giving you your start date, okay? Once we get the start date going, that is the official run of your 30-day span. And then after 30 days, you want to keep working with me, we can certainly do that because it is a subscription service. So this is what I'm offering pertaining to the personal Transcendence package, a way for you to get that particular type of spiritual liaison assistance, to helping you out, to balance out your emotional states, to clear out the traumas, to clear out the desires, to clear out the karmic patterns, to be completely and totally liberated from this whole ordeal that you put yourself through. And now feeling exactly what it's like to be in that state. And it's wonderful, right? So I will be your liaison. I will be your helper. I will be your assistant. I will be your representative for the higher realms to help bring this about. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to check this out. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments, or you can drop me an email as well too. And I look forward to speaking to you again in another perspective of the now. Take care. Namaskar. And may it be well with you. Bye for now.